I'm going to play some of this Jaguar XJ220 STWR limited series. Oh, it's Slipstream, it's Ghost Slipstream. I was just like, please give me some collisions. I haven't had a KD for 2 months because I haven't really turned the game on, and each time I do now, it's Ghost mode. Oh, one benefit though, I thought I was only going to have 3 gas. So let's use the smaller cars first. Let's take this out. My ticket's booked for Cyprus. I'll be gone in a week. I'm trying to buy a car there now to try and I can use my dad's car when I'm there, and he's not there, so the car's not being used. But I hate his car, and I need a car like my car in England, which is an MX-5. So I'm looking for a soft top MX-5 and soft top manual drive MX-5 from between 2003 to 2006 in Cyprus. 2 nights ago in my place here, like at 2:30 in the morning, I was woken by the sound of massive diesel engines and people screaming, like shouting my name, not screaming, sort of calling my name. And I had called the police at 5 o'clock that evening. I said 7 because it's 17:25, so at 5:25 I called the police. I called an ambulance, and then at 6 o'clock the police call me back and say they want to come instead of the ambulance, because basically you're always wrong. If you call the police, they'll say you need an ambulance. If you call an ambulance, they'll say you need a police. For this particular situation of someone having a mental health breakdown and being schizophrenic. Anyway, then I fall asleep, and then at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. No, 11 p.m. my phone rings, and it's the ambulance service apologising for taking so long. And I just say, I don't even know what the day of the week is or what the time is. They're asking me if the woman's still breathing. I don't know. She might have died of old age. And then just basically told them to fuck off and not wake me up again. Then about half an hour later, the ambulance crew were banging on my front door. Told them to fuck off, not wake me up again. And then I went back to sleep, taking a pill from a doctor to sleep because it's been so hard to sleep. And then at 2:30 in the morning, the sound of diesel engines woke me up, and the calling my name meant I had to go to the window because I thought they might have mixed everything up and now they're trying to communicate with me instead of the psychopath upstairs. I go to the window and there's 2 massive cranes outside, like fire engine cranes, not a normal fire truck, a special edition fire truck with cranes. And there's spotlights, like stadium spotlights, lighting up all of the street and our building. And the cranes lifted police, ambulance crew, and fire brigade up to the third floor of this building to communicate with the schizophrenic through her window because she'll never open the door. It's bloody crazy. And then at 7 o'clock in the morning, I have to get up to drive to Bristol for work. For the one day I have to go to Bristol in 4 months of the contract. Oh. And then, did it solve anything? No, she still won't open the door because she's crazy. And, well, she's not crazy. She knows she'll get put in a straitjacket and stuck in a padded room. And they can't get through her front door or windows because our flats are really secure. So not even the police can really get in unless they start bringing industrial cutting tools. And that's crossing another line. And then again, all night last night, even though the fire brigade was shining industrial spotlights through her windows at 2:30 in the morning, she still has the balls to keep banging all night last night. So from 10 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning, she's banging on the floor like a fucking maniac. She's admitted to me that she thinks demons and evil spirits have invaded the building and she's trying to chase them away. And what she doesn't understand is half the time, she is chasing she's basically fighting with her imaginary friends and thinking she's doing the world a service and it's not her fault. Complete and utter lunatic that's dangerous and will be lucky if she gets a straitjacket. And she doesn't really know who she's fucking with because I get shit done. So she will be out of her house one day. She's lived in that house all her life since a baby. Her father died about 5 years ago. And she walks around, when she comes outside, she carries these massive shopping bags that she can hardly lift because they're too heavy. And they're full of her dead father's belongings. And belongings, like, what do you mean? Like boxer shorts and shoes that she thinks someone will steal if she leaves them in her flat. And then she won't leave the flat because she thinks someone will take all the stuff. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. So she's carrying all these shopping bags that she has to relay up and down the stairs from the 3rd floor to get out the front door. Then when she's walking down the road, she can only go 5 meters without putting them down and fixing her back. And so then she can only, if she goes to the supermarket, she can only buy like 1 apple because she can't carry anymore. And then she spends another week inside her flat banging at us, harassing us, screaming like crazy just because she's hungry and doesn't know to go buy food. And no one will help her. Like, it's all someone else's problem. I've told people about the SEPs, someone else's problem. It's a Douglas Adams joke about when someone, like Arthur, Prefect and Arthur are watching a cricket match at Lord's and a spaceship is hovering above the robots playing cricket. And Arthur turns to Prefect and he's like, why is no one saying anything about that massive spaceship above the cricket pitch? And then Prefect just go, oh, that's because it's an SEP. It's someone else's problem. I'm not even sure the microphone's on because there's no green dot telling me the microphone's on. Oh, that would be really annoying if I'm now recording a video and the mic's not on. And I can't stop because I've got to do continuous shot recording to then not have to waste time editing. But I will really waste time if the mic's not on because then I won't publish at all. Oh, that was bad. I was going to say something about that corner as well. Like, you have to go. That's the one, like one of the corners you can't brake early for because of the slope. It knocks you into that pillar. Doesn't matter. 1 and 2 were far ahead anyway in other cars, I think. Gotta get changed to the Jag soon. I'm just trying to use some gas up. Yeah, there is no mental health support in the UK. There's psychiatrists, but all they do is ask you if you hear voices so they can lock you up if you do. But then they also make people that don't hear voices hear voices. So if you ask someone, do you hear voices? They'll start thinking, am I hearing voices? And then when they think in their head, when you think, you hear a voice, your own voice. Or if you're creative, you can hear your mother's voice or someone else's voice talking to you in your head as a thought. That's a thought. But if you say you've got a mental health problem in England and you go to a psychiatrist, they'll keep poking you, going, do you hear voices? Do you hear voices? Do you hear voices? Do you think you hear voices? Do you think you hear voices? Have you heard any voices? And then you start hearing voices. Everyone can see if you're not perceptive, I'll say, like, things happen in your peripheral vision. It's like the Sony PS VR2, how the coding works to make certain bits focused and unfocused. Your brain isn't processing your peripheral vision with as much power as it is the center of your vision. And so things can happen in your peripheral that didn't really happen. It's just a lack of processing power. So if you're stressed or something, there might be black spots or moving like you start to think, or insects or something, or someone that's very religious starts to think they're angels or demons, depending on whether they're positive or negative. This woman's manifested everything into demons. Which car shall I take up? So she's doing it to nothing, but she's also doing it to every move other residents make in the building. So anyone does anything, she starts banging, screaming, like she thinks it's a demon in the walls. She doesn't understand it's other people living in the fucking building, you idiot. And you can't communicate with her because if you knock on her door, she doesn't know whether the knock on the door is in her imagination or real. So she just doesn't respond to it because she doesn't want to get caught out. She basically doesn't talk to anyone. and has, because she doesn't talk to anyone, has created all these imaginary friends to make her think her life actually means something. But the sad thing is that when she dies, no one will even notice, just like they didn't with her father. They'll just clean up the flat, paint it, and someone else will get it. I only called the ambulance on Wednesday night because I knew I had to drive to Bristol on Thursday morning, and I called at 5:30 because I thought the longest they actually ever take is 3 hours. They always take exactly 3 hours. It's like the NHS target. When they set the 4-hour NHS target, it didn't make people get seen quicker. It meant everyone got seen. It meant no one got seen before they were nearly at the 4-hour target, because the objective was just to be seen before 4 hours, not increase the speed at which people are seen. And that sort of target attitude went into other areas in the police, in the ambulance service. So the ambulance service, if they don't think your call's important enough, which is pretty much 90% of all calls, 99% of all calls, they'll say, oh, we'll put you on our 3-hour response time because we're busy. But actually all that means is they've just so say 30 people call up for an ambulance. It could all be dealt with immediately, but they tell you they're going to deliberately wait 3 hours, and they don't. It's more complicated than deliberately waiting 3 hours. They've invented a process to put steps in between that the person at the end has to wait to happen. So there's like a 2-hour gap until someone at the NHS calls you to verify the details that you gave the 999 thing. It's a completely pointless step, but it just adds 2 hours to the process. And then after that point, like 2 hours and 50 minutes into it, the ambulance crew is told to come there, and then they rush there thinking they're like acting immediately, but what's happened is someone's just waited 2 hours 50 minutes to tell them to go to the destination. And then the people can say, like the 30 people that called up for the ambulance that were all waiting 3 hours, the next time someone calls up, they can legitimately say there's 30 people waiting, so they're busy. But they wouldn't be busy had they just fucking done it. It's all to manipulate the reports and be in control of your numbers. So if you're a manager in one of these serious organizations, you don't want your numbers going up and down all over the place out of your control, because then you have questions to answer and it causes you problems and you lose your job. But if you can control the numbers through manipulating in the NHS, through redefining departments as such, like we had the 4-hour wait for A&E. That's not even real anymore because they stop you going in A&E. So the original target was if someone comes in A&E, they have to be seen within 4 hours. So what did they do? Locked the door to A&E and then put another step before it to say you can't go in A&E until we've sent you to A&E from this step, and we'll take 4 hours to do that as well. And then the 4-hour timer for A&E doesn't start until you actually get in A&E. It's genius. Like, I've been in hospital lifts and heard doctors talk about redefining the departments to manipulate the targets. And then there's even signs on the walls telling doctors not to talk about stuff while they're in the lift or in public place, because they'll get themselves in trouble. Should start recording these sort of stand in hospital lifts, just recording the conversations. Right, now time for the Jag. The Peugeot 98 was a nice car, but it was, yeah, very expensive to get. I really don't. Why? Well, I'm not getting the green dot for my mic, but then that does mean my mic's not on, doesn't it? Oh, shit. Oh, lag. Oh, where am I going? I forgot the way. It has been a long time. I've really forgotten the way. And my hair's in the way. My hair's got super long now. But my hair's now not getting longer even though it's still growing. Now how does that work? It's like what gets wet when it dries? A towel. How does my hair get longer but not get longer? How does it keep growing but not get longer? Well, the answer is that my hair is so curly that the curls have now gone backwards on themselves. So the hair started going upwards. They're like springs that have reversed them on themselves. That's not a perfect nitro car, is it? No. Yeah, maybe I should have gone the right way at the start. Oh no! Didn't make a difference. Let's get the Jag out. And if my mic's not on, I'm sorry. I won't have published the video, so I don't know who I'm apologising to. Ha 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 ha. What a bad paint job. I'll just basically have to sit down later and do it all again. But this was my first time playing again since the last time I made a video. And I'm just playing to chill out. The one thing that stops me wanting to open A9 is the chat. Because if I open A9, I'm going to get questions from the team on what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. Am I playing the game? I just turned it on, so yes, I'm playing it. Am I playing it tomorrow? Who knows? Why do I have to commit to that? I'm not saying they're nagging me. They're not nagging me at all. I'm just saying, like, from a general perspective, I can't make a decision, so I can't say what I'm doing. I can't tell you on YouTube, yes, I'll be playing the game for the next 3 weeks. I'm more excited about playing with my new GoPro that I've bought to do underwater filming when I'm in Cyprus. But I won't be filming underwater until the water's a bit warmer. I probably will go swimming in the sea in the cold, but because I want to see what's in there in the cold. I want to see the seasonal difference between the summer and early spring. Yeah, I don't like the Jag. Not bothered about the special event that's on for that car at the moment. I think mine's like 2 or 3 star. The reason the green dot should be there is because I've never updated this phone. So nothing should change as such. It should just be the same. I'm going to miss my friends and neighbours in London. I'm going to miss the weed in London because it's very, very good. And I'm going to miss my parakeets. Got 5 parakeets that keep... I think I've just said that at the beginning. I'm not sure I have said it in this video. I don't know what I've said. But yeah, there's 5 parakeets that keep feeding on my balcony. A 6th came by this morning, but there's 5 in general. There was a pair, then there was another one, then there was another pair on top of that joined over the last few months. And they guard the balcony to protect the food, and they're fighting off the pigeons, which is absolutely fantastic because the pigeons were an absolute nuisance. And the parakeets are just cute, and they have brilliant conversations. I'd love to record some of their conversations because it's so much deeper than birdsong. Parakeets with the way they talk to one another. I'll go left, isn't it? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh no. Last gas. Yeah, and then the next thing I have to buy to make my life better in Cyprus is a guitar there. Because this morning I'm crap at guitar, but I can play like 5 chords, and out of 5 chords you can, well, I can do a bit more than that, but you can make any tune out of 4 chords basically. You can make a new tune every day out of the same 4 chords, and if you just strum a little bit, and you, within 5 minutes you can calm down sort of any anger by strumming on the guitar. So I need to buy one there immediately. That was a really unfortunate start with that parked car. I'm gonna switch to tilt to go round the next corner. To go round this corner, so when it straightens up, and then tighten it. Didn't make much difference with this car. Oh no, damn it. I made a decision because I thought I wanted to jump low, but that was too low. Bad final race. Never mind. I'm just playing to say hello. And I've said hello now. If the mic was on, I've said hello. Good luck, guys. I'm madder than you.